Let's go ahead and create you a GPT that's going to be specialized for your business when it comes to creating newsletters. The way this GPT is going to work is it's going to understand the context of your business, the value points of your business, and understand how you like your newsletters to look. Now, for example, the business I currently run is a software business called Bump Ups. I typically use the newsletter in the context of providing new features that just got released. So for example, let's just say that we released a new feature that allows for subtitles to be added to all new processed videos. It will begin to give me a subject line, a preview text, an entire body based off data I trained it on. So let's go to figure out how to do that in today's video. Today's video comes from a previous video I did earlier this week, which goes over the top 3 GPTs I use daily. And one of the GPTs was that Bump Ups newsletter that you just saw. Now in that video, just out of curiosity, I asked, would anyone want to see me create a video showing you how to create these for your own business? I got a ton of responses. So that is why we're creating today's video, which I'm going to show you how to create your own specialized GPT based off newsletters and emails you're going to send in your business. To start off here, come to ChatGPT and hit create. First major thing you need to do before creating this GPT, you need to give it training data. Now you have 2 major ways of doing this. Either use past newsletters that you've created and you see have a high click-through rate, high engagement rate, and use that as your test data, or alternatively use other companies' newsletters as your training data. Either one can work, whether you want to do it based off the way you've been doing it in the past, or alternatively based off how Zapier does newsletters, or MailChimp does newsletters, etc. Once you get an idea of where you're going to get this training data, its real purpose is to give structuring for the underlying email. Explaining what the value is, what our company is, and the context of how we operate as a business is going to occur in this first phase here. So let's do phase 1. Let's do phase 1. Instead of doing a fake newsletter for a fake company for this example, I'll just do the Bump Ups newsletter again. Although I'm going to train it on different data than I did for that newsletter. So this one's not going to be the exact same, but you're going to get the idea here. We are going to call you Bump Ups newsletter. Whatever the name you want to give your underlying GPT, proceed. Your purpose will be to output entire emails, newsletter emails with, we're going to do subject, preview text, and body. Ready to see how we want them to look? Hit enter. This is going to take some iterations here. We're going to have to conversate a little bit here. It's not going to be a one-shot go. Rather, it's going to be a multiple shot and go. So it's going to give us a random AI image generated image for a profile, which doesn't look amazing. So if you ever wanted to change that, you just come over here to configure. Just simply click this, upload a photo, or use DALL-E again. Now it took the name from it, it took the description from it, and then it's going to give us this mock-up instructions. Ignore that for now. Let's go back to create. We're going to go ahead and say this. I'm going to start off by saying we will provide you with an example newsletter. Just take the structuring and the way the words are said. Are you ready? Enter. Here we go. And here's what you should do. Find your training data and input it like this. Subject, preview text, body. In this context, I'm going to grab it from this Zapier newsletter. Now you might be saying, Corbin, well, this isn't really body text. This is like text, image, text, image. It doesn't really matter because what you'll notice here is that the way we're going to input this is going to be very obvious. For example, notice the structuring here, and I'll move out of the way. Subheader, header, text, button. Subheader, header, text, button, etc. Once you've inputted that, as you see in this example here, it is structured as in you have your main header, your subtext, and then notice the blocks. This is very important. Notice the blocks. Product updates, fresh look to the Zapier editor, longer sentence. We are looking at this not for my newsletter is now going to mention Zapier. No. We're looking at this for purely for structure. Therefore, when we use this GPT and we get a big output based off our input, we're like, hey, I can use 80% of this because it has most of the structuring. That's got to add some parts here and there. From here, we're going to hit enter. There we go. Notice how it understands for the subject, the preview text, and the body. For example, the body, clear sections with headers. Yes, starting with a quick intro and overview, followed by detailed updates or content. Pretty good. This is correct structuring. So once it has the structuring down, which is very important with any type of newsletter, we're going to go ahead and then basically tell them what our company is and what we typically use our newsletter for. So for me, I have this is correct structuring. Now are you ready to understand what Bump Ups is and the use case for this newsletter? Now, pro tip here before we continue, make sure you go back here to configure, copy this somewhere, and save it to your notes. The reason I say this is because we just put in all that work to get the correct structuring. Therefore, if I start talking to this GPT more and I mess up, this could all go away. So just think of it like saving, like a checkpoint, put it in your notes. And if you're watching this OpenAI, have like a draft or save feature. Therefore, in my use case, when it comes to the software, we use a newsletter in the context of new features being added to the platform. You can give as much context as you want or as little context as you want. For me, I'm just going to simply put, provide updates and features for bump ups, a tool for video processing and enhancement. We will give context of what the feature is, and you provide the structured output. Updating GPT. Now for you, your newsletter might be way more intuitive. You may have more options when it comes to how you approach a newsletter. For example, is there like 3 different types of categories? So maybe Monday is different than Wednesday, or Wednesday is different from Friday for the type of content you provide. Identify that, notate that, put it here. So when you engage with this newsletter GPT, it knows what day we're talking about, what that day is typically about, and even as far as what is the typical structuring for that day. Now let's go ahead and begin testing this, see if it looks good, proceed. First, I'm gonna go ahead and create it and have it so it's only me that gets access. You could have it so that anyone with a link gets access to it as well if you have more people on your team that you want to use said GPT. For me, it's only gonna be me. Save. Now when testing, I can either hit view GPT or we can actually test within the preview itself, which is pretty cool. Great. Once we saved it and created it, now we can either start playing around with it in the preview here or just within the GPT itself. Now to be clear, sometimes you need to add just like little things. I noticed within the instructions that I forgot about adding the preview text on outputs. So I simply just added the preview text here. So sometimes you can just add stuff manually rather than like going through this whole create process again. Although from what you see from this output, it gets very similar to what we saw with Zapier. So I say we launched a new feature for process videos having subtitles, thumbnails, and shorts made. We get our subject line, our preview text, and then notice like we saw with Zapier, there's a header and then subtext under it. So header, subtext, header, subtext, header, subtext. Now let's say we like that output, but we want a slight change. I would copy that output here. I'd go into create and I'd paste it here. From here, I would simply put, this was one of your outputs. We would like to change whatever you want to change. That just about does it though. So make sure to leave a like if you felt like you learned something new today. Now you can create specialized GPTs for your business in the context of newsletters. My suggestion when creating this is that really take your time at it. Even if it takes you an hour or 2 hours to make the perfect one, you are going to be saving a ton of time on the long horizon when approaching every single newsletter in the future. Very much on how I typically approach my newsletter GPT is very much for structuring, and I'll probably get like 60% of the content I want in that newsletter to be there. Regardless, it's saving me time, putting me in the right direction, and I can get going. So I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that top 3 GPT video there. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, that's where I got the idea to do this video. That's a random video. That's my face, and I'll see you in the next video.